Hello, welcome back. I'm Manjunath from learnsapintegration.com. Today we are going to learn a SOAP to RFC scenario. It is simple synchronous end-to-end scenario. The source is web service calling an RFC which is present in ECC system. So sender is web service, receiver is RFC created in ECC. Sender is using SOAP adapter, receiver is using RFC adapter. It is synchronous call. Synchronous means it is expecting the result. Okay. So what all the objects we need to create? In the integration repository, first we need to import the RFC. It is a standard RFC. You can use any RFC. For demo purpose, I'm using this RFC. Okay. Define the service interface for SOAP adapter in the sender side. It is outbound and synchronous. And in the receiver's side, we can use the same imported RFC as a uh, receiver service interface. And we have to create two mapping. One is request mapping, another one is response mapping. Define the interface mapping between SOAP to RFC. Okay. In the directory, we need to configure sender SOAP and receiver RFC channel, create ICO. Once we create this, when we need to download the WSDL, then that WSDL, using that WSDL, we have to trigger the SOAP message using any of the uh, web service tool. In this case, we are going to use SOAP UI. Okay, okay, let's begin. So in the same steps, I have written it here. First step is import software software component version from SLD. I'm going to use the same software component version which was imported before, and I'm going to use the same thing, that is test one. So inside that I'm creating the namespace. So I'm going to I've already created this. I'm going to use the same namespace. It is SOAP to RFC. And now import the BAPI user get details. Okay. So in each software component version, there is one imported object option. Here, you need to click on this and import objects. So here, you have to use the ECC system details. Okay, here it is taking little bit long time. So only suggestion is don't switch the screen in between. So anyway, I'm not going to import it. It's taking a time. Already I have imported. I'm canceling this process. Canceling this. Okay. Now, once you import it, then we need to define the service interface from the sender side, that is SOAP side. Okay, we need to create outbound synchronous one. I'm going to create this, and service interface for RFC adapter. Receiver side, no need of creating any service interface. We can use the same imported RFC. It act as service interface. And we need to define two mapping. One is request as well as another one is a response. And we need to do one operation mapping, that is for ESR. Okay. Now we I'm going to create new interface object. service interface. It is service interface outbound synchronous. Okay, service interface outbound synchronous. I'm not putting anything in the folder. Okay, I'm creating this. It is it's outbound. Just see this outbound, and here make it synchronous. Okay, make it synchronous. Here, if you make it synchronous, there is a two tools. There is a request as well as response. If you see here, there is one option called RFC. Here also you select the option RFC. So what is the request message here? See here, if you see this, just click and drag here. There is a request message. Okay, then response also. This is the response. RFC response is the response message. Now we are done. Now we are going to create two mapping objects. One is request message mapping. So to RFC request message mapping. Oh, sorry. I need to create here message mapping. I'm using this. Okay. Here I'm going to use the, see here there is a request structure and target is also request structure. Okay. Now both target and source and targets are same structure. We can select here source and target and do this. So complete the one-to-one mapping. Okay. So mapping is done for this. Save it. Similar way, we need to create one more for response also. Here we are going to use response structure. Select this one. Okay, here also do the one-to-one mapping. Select both the root node and click on this. It will do the one-to-one mapping. Okay, now we are done with message mapping. Now we are going to create the interface mapping. Operational mapping. Okay. Here, sender interface, service interface, whatever we have created, this is sender service interface. Okay, I'm clicking and dragging here. So receiver will be this RFC. So now I am okay using the read operation. See here, BAPI, this is the sender, it's a receiver. I am selecting the request mapping. So since it is synchronous, we need to map both request as well as response. Request one is request message mapping, response one is we need to create the use the response mapping. Okay, so we are done with repository object. We will activate one service interface, two message mapping. One is for request as well as another one is response. One interface mapping or operational mapping. Okay, let's move on to, let's see if anything is pending. Okay, we have created. Okay, let's move on to uh, integration directory. Okay, directory. I'm going to use same sender, but receiver will be ECC in our case. Okay, so what are the things we are going to do in this case? Anyway, folder we are going to use the same folder. So I'm going to use the same sender business component, but receiver I'm going to use this the one I'm going to use it. Okay, now we need to create one SOAP sender channel and RFC receiver channel. I'm going to create new the communication channel. Okay, I'm going to create SOAP sender channel with the sender component. Channel should be here. Okay, sender channel, create it. Here we need to select the SOAP. Okay, SOAP sender channel. All these things keep as it is. Okay, here we need to make sure that this quality of service is best effort. This is for synchronous, is best effort. Asynchronous, either we can use exactly once or exactly once in order. Okay, now in our case it's synchronous, so we are going to use best effort. Okay, next I'm going to create another channel for RFC. RFC receiver. So here I'm going to select RFC. RFC, make it receiver. Okay. Here we need to put the SAP related parameters. This our application server. I'm putting 00 568.3. Language use EN. You need to mention the client, which one we are going to use it. Okay. I'm done with the channel. So now we need to create the ICO. So this is the one integrated configuration. So I'm going to use the this one sender business component as sender, and I'm going to use the interface as this one. Okay, create it. So what is my sender channel? It is SOAP to RFC SOAP sender channel. Okay, I'm going to use SOAP sender channel. Receiver is my business component business system. Okay, let's make sure that this is the one. Okay, now receiver interface I'm going to use this one, and outbound side, what is the channel? This is RFC. You're right. I'm going to add this. Where is my receiver channel? Business component. I'm going to create the channel here. Okay, I'm just deleting from here. I'm going to create the okay receiver channel. This is our RFC channel. As a receiver, I'm going to okay. Now let's go back here. Yes, I can see this channel. Okay. Now we are done with the configuration. Okay, let's activate. We have created a sender channel and receiver channel and integrated configuration. Select all, activate it. Okay. Now we need to, next step is, okay, configuration is done. Next step, create icon. This is also done. Now download Vistal. Download Vistal. Okay. Go to integration configuration. Go to display Vistal. Okay. This is the Vistal is W web service description language. This is the one we are going to share it with third party to access our PO server. It act as we are like a exposing PO server PO server as a services to the outside world. This is the this is the URL we are supposed to use it to download the Visdal. Okay, I am just uh, noting it down, and I am just downloading this as well. Okay, this Visdal. Take notepad, copy everything, save as. Say I am putting it in this one. Say soap to RFC WSDL WSDL. Okay, I have saved it. Now we need to go to soap tool and create a soap project. Import this Visdal and trigger the message. I am going to create a soap project. Here I can put that URL to download the WSDL from PA server. There are two methods. One is we can download directly from PA server, or we can use the already saved WSDL. Let's try this. Download from this PA server. Okay. Okay, it is asking for username and password. 5685223. I hope my firewall is not blocking. Let's try. Okay, this is the structure. It imported from WSDL, the structure. So in this structure, we are going to use only this one, E5685223, and rest of the things we can keep it or we can remove also. As a huge structure. Okay, let me show you one more thing in the RFC. Till here, see, you should match the tag. Okay, this also not required. Okay, so this then I will show you this one. Go to ECC. So what you are going to do, see, this is the go to AC37, select this, whatever, this is the function module you are going to use it. Okay, so just execute. Here if you give any username, it will get the details. It will get the details. That's what we want to see. We are not bothering about the details. Only thing is we want to see whether details are coming. Okay, this is the user ID. Same thing we will try to simulate via this soap client. Okay, I am putting this username. Rest of the things are not mandatory, so no need of putting it. So let's see whether it works. It gave me an error. Let's see, 401 unauthorized. Sometimes there is a strict firewall rule. I'm not sure I'm able to access from outside. Let's see whether I can put the password and see. E5685223. Mm, Still no luck. It is not giving authorization issue. It is giving some adapter exception. I need to check on the firewall, guys. Okay, let's try one more. We will try to import the saved WSDL and see. Okay, I'm just closing this. Remove this. No. New soap project. I will just try to. This is the one, right? Let's open it and see. Okay, I'm keeping as it is. 5685223. adapter Java exception. Same error. Let's see the communication channel once. Channel, nothing came. Stop. I'm restarting the channel. Ping. Fine. Mm, Call failed. Some issue. Okay. Let's try the receiver channel. Some issue with the connectivity. Anyway, we'll start one stop. Start. We'll try one more. Otherwise, we will check some other way. Okay. Mm, no luck, guys. Okay. Anyway, I will check on that and update you in next video. Okay. Thanks for watching. So it's a very simple uh, SOAP to RFC scenario. So what we have done, we have just, I'll just recap. In the integration repository side, we have used the same software component version in the previous scenario. We created a namespace, imported this RFC from ECC, and created one service interface for sender SOAP side. Receiver side, we have used same RFC as a service interface. Then we created one request mapping, another one is response mapping. Then we created one operation mapping to connect this request and response. Okay. Why we have both request and response? It is a synchronous. We are sending the request and getting the response back. Like here, this is the request we are sending and getting all this is the response. Okay. It is all these details are available in the web service. Just to give you an example of web service, say Google Mail. If you put user ID and password, you will get complete your account details. Or click any URL and enter in the browser, so it will go and access that server and get you the details. Okay. Then integration directory. Uh, we have created one sender channel, one receiver channel. I'm using this business component as source, and this is the target EC system. So we did the ICO and downloaded the WSDL and uploaded that WSDL in the SOAP UI tool and try to test it. Okay. Uh, that's it, guys. Sorry, I'm not able to rectify this issue. Anyway, I'll get back to you in the next video. Anyway, go through it, try to implement the scenario, and if you face any issue, please go ahead and leave a comments below. So I will check and get back to you. Also visit the website. I'll be keep updating the blog and uh, all these updates whenever I face a issues that I'll be updating there. So thank you so much. See you in next session.